Hi there, my name is Phixfox, and welcome back to Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. Wow, I almost said Heroes of Might and Magic 2. Maybe my brain wants to play Heroes 2. But no, focus up everybody. We're here to play some player versus player in the Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. I will tell you that I've had a little bit of experience with it, just kind of dipping my toes in. I'm pretty bad. But I am also currently like 5-0 or something. We'll take a look. We'll get some more information in just a second. This is much later of a streaming time than I usually have. So Fro to the Blind, Eliadar, both these nice folks have been able to stop in, but it is midnight or later if you are somewhere in Europe. And yeah, that's a bit of a problem. Sorry for making it such a late stream. We will do better next time. But in the meantime, I do just want to point something out, folks. This is kind of interesting to me. You can tell me if you think this is interesting as well or not. But if we're looking at the current state of Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era, this is the general graph that we have. Right? This is the info we currently got. So we started off here on the left-hand side. This is, release date, and everybody was so hyped. We've gotten even better, and we've maxed out truly at somewhere between 53 to 53,000 or so. Yeah, just under 54,000 total as the all-time peak. And that's not bad. I don't know what I expected when we said that Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era was going to be here to be played. I wasn't sure what the player base would look like. We got these nice noticeable dips, of course, but in general, this, I would say, is completely and totally successful. Folks, oh my goodness, you know who this is? This is Mushanki Pei and all of Mushanki Pei's wonderful, wonderful friends. Folks, thank you so much for being here. If you're from Mushanki Pei's chat, it's always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. So we got Pixel, we got Furfine, we got Alicia 274, and of course we got Mushanki Pei. Hey everybody, nice to see you there. Are you well? Are you doing so fantastic? I sure hope that you are. Alrighty. Oh, and Light Waffles as well. As always, a pleasure. All right, gang's all here, everybody. Alrighty, folks. So we are officially going to be diving in to this PvP. This is not my very first one. I do want to just take a quick look at this leaderboard here. I'll just show you for the Phixfox now. You can officially find me. I'm easily findable now. I don't know if that's good or bad. Oh my goodness. I just realized I do need to hold on. I need to make an adjustment. I was just making a video. We just dropped the video for the Grove faction. We did a video on all of the different faction laws. I'm trying to get better at the Grove faction, and that video is now officially on YouTube. It just dropped about 8 minutes ago, so go check that out when you get the chance. But in the meantime, here in multiplayer, if we're checking out the leaderboards and such, my dear friends, me little Phixfox here, little happy guy, I've been able to play 5 games and I've got 5 victories so far. So I'm not saying I'm good, but at least as we're all figuring out Olden Era together, we're having a lot of fun, and that's really what matters the very, very most. Mushanki Pei says, I can finally raid you back at this hour. Yeah, usually I'm raiding you, but glad to finally catch you at a time that works out well. You just finished Grime 2, the whole game? You finished the whole game? Good on ya. I haven't played that yet, but from what little I've seen of your playthroughs, it looked good. Hopefully it was a gripping, emotional finale to that playthrough. Wonderful, wonderful. Furfine says, doing well. The Phixfox wife and Minifix, yeah, we're all doing good. I think my dear sweet wife is happy and healthy, and that's all I can ask for as her fella. Good luck in PvP. I didn't try it in Olden Era EA yet. Well, this is going to be our first look. So folks, let's go to find opponent, and I'm going to tell you that I'm all about the single hero mode because time matters to me, and I don't have time to move everybody all the directions I want to. I really like single hero mode for multiplayer online. That just feels the right play to me. Now, I could be wrong, but it might also be more interesting to you as the player. I'm going to hope that I get the Grove faction, but it's all going to come down to whatever we are stuck with. By the way, I don't think that this is ever going to happen, but it is possible. Someday, I might be big enough that we're going to get stream sniped. If and when that day comes, then we will make some adjustments. But for now, we're just going to hang out here and play with whoever is willing to have fun with us. Furfine is glad to hear that we're all doing good. Good. Yeah. And hopefully everybody there is good. It's got to be... What? It's got to be like midnight, just about. Is it midnight over there? Folks, I don't want you to have a very sad Sunday because you stayed up way too late with me. So if you need to go, please, your sleep does come first. But if not, I'm always happy to spend some time with you. 11:49 p.m. There you go. Oh, so it's not even midnight yet. We got tons of time. What was I worried about? Earlier we had Eliadar was saying that it's just way too late. It was a really funny chat. What did he say? He said, "You kidding, bro? It's 23:41 in Germany. Why so late?" Yeah. We just had a little bit of a late start because I wanted to make sure that I got that other video up for the Grove faction. When the demo dropped for Heroes of Might and Magic Golden Era, I did my very, very best that I could in order to get as many videos out in a short amount of time as possible. And I'm not really doing quite the same thing here now upon release, but I'm still wanting to get as many videos as possible. Folks, an opponent has been found. We must go to battle indeed. So if this is your first look at this sort of situation, you have a really nice streamlined way of getting into these playthroughs. Why do I have any latency at all? That's weird. That's odd. I don't know why I have latency, but we're gonna fight through this anyway. Might even just be my computer for all I know. You load in, and the first thing that you have here, as we're playing our enemy up here at the upper right, our opponent, they're not an enemy, they're just an opponent. We first get to choose the random template. I choose and they choose. If we pick the same one, then we both get to go with that. What matters to me is this: victory condition. I don't like tournament and I don't like capital hold. I do enjoy just a classic Vendetta map. So I'm just gonna go for Vendetta. We'll see if they pick the same thing or not. We then move on to the pick ban phase. So I'm gonna ban out a faction that everybody wants to see. Woo, Phixfox, we want to see Dungeon. Well, I don't want to see Dungeon. Yeah, Dungeon's just super good. I think that if you're not playing Dungeon, then you should probably ban them out. Looks like Grove is going to be banned out as well. I'm very, very sad. Everybody knows I like Grove. And then we have the choice between Temple, Schism, or Hive. I'm going to go with Temple. I'm just very, very familiar with Temple. Hive is fun, but eh. And then Schism has a lot of interesting opportunities. I think I need to refine my play on Schism to get much better. So let's go for Temple for now. We now go onto the ban heroes phase. Furfine says Necro for the win. Whose side are you on? I'm on the side of whatever makes the funnest outcome. That's me. We get to ban 3 heroes. I'll tell you right now, Bulwark is a hard no for me. I don't want to see any amount of Bulwark. I don't really want to see Tarius. I don't really want to see Funerella. Yeah, I'm just going to say no hard Necromancy. They might pick Rufus. I don't know who they're going to pick. I don't know. We'll find out. Interesting. And they have banned on their ends. So good choice to ban out Aegis, Edgar, and Lord Mandel. Good choices for their bans. Typically then, Laya the Untethered one's not bad because of the daylight magic. Vesper, I don't dislike. Really though, I think the Ister is just a good quality choice. Alternatively, Kestrel is really, really nice. I'm going to go with Ister and just go for the awesome game movement. We have gone to Exodus, and that's actually really, really bad. I wish I knew what it was. I would have picked Kestrel if that was the case. Because it's a tournament style, there's going to be multiple rounds of combat midway through. You are going to have to fight to the death and get points in order to win the scenario. So this is not going to be a typical classical victory condition. And we saw in our first Grove playthrough that being aware of your victory condition is very, very importante, which is Spanish for very, very important, just in case you weren't familiar with that. So let's make sure that we have a good, strong army. Yeah, I wish I'd picked Kestrel now that I know that it was this. So current score is 0-0. We need first one to get 2 victory points. So every single opportunity to win is going to be important. We're officially on the clock. We got 3 minutes to go here. I think that right off the bat, Muse 2 is really high quality. I'm going to go with the Muse 2. My whole strategy really revolves around these Astringers. I think the Astringers are an automatic pickup. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let's just do single stacks for the Footmen. And tomorrow, I'm probably going to end up picking the Scouting Skyship, just so that way we can be the most effective with our turns. Cursed Old House. I don't even know I don't think I've ever seen this before. What is this? Yeah, there's no way we're fighting this, but lots of undead for artifacts and gold. Okay. And immediately we have a choice. Folks, do we want to go for one of these special abilities? Paragon is my favorite out of them. Basic Leadership is just so dang good, though. One way or the other. Daylight Magic is also exceptional. I'm going to go with the basic Daylight Magic. For a might-based hero, still not too bad of an idea. You got to pick up the ore, got to pick up the gold. Don't really need the alchemical dust. We got 80 of that left. Spell Scroll, I kind of want to grab that. This fight looks a little bit worse than I want to handle. I can totally win. But on this first day or so, I'd prefer to just explore my general area and then figure this out. Looks like this is going to be a 2-castle map, which is interesting. Let's go for hard economy on this other side. And let's go, yeah, for the hard gold start. And then we'll figure out Muse and such. My opponent has already ended their turn. No, they have not. They have not ended their turn. 140, 141 for me, 137 for them. So I'm going to keep this up. You can always hide this little player list here, but I'm going to keep this up for now. just so that way you can kind of see through there. I might have to readjust my chat in the future just so that makes it a little bit easier for you to see what is going on as far as their time. Typically the first day doesn't really take a long time, but I do want to be as effective with my turn as possible. Onkos as the hero. It's going to be a little bit of an interesting choice. Okay, folks, let's do this. Let's actually fight here because this spell scroll could be useful. And I think that I can take on a couple of troglodytes. I hope. There's a new change with the Temple faction that I don't think I've talked about just yet, and that is regarding the secondary ability. Wow, this is actually a bunch of forces. Might be in a little bit of trouble. Regarding, it used to be, what did it used to be? It used to be Ascension, and now it's like Righteousness. Overall, it's not bad. Really not bad. It's just not what I want. I was hoping that the adjustment that they would make to losing your own troops would be a little different. In the early games, it's not going to be nearly so bad, simply because, we're going to step up here a little bit, simply because in the early games, it feels like you're going to lose single stacks, and that's going to increase your stats, and that's okay. But the problem I run into is that way too often, in the late game, it's feeling like a completely dead or useless skill. Dead or useless in the sense that, yeah, okay, I can fight, but when am I going to want to lose a full stack of creatures? The answer is, honestly, never. Let's do 100% damage to this closest group of troglodytes. Let's make sure that the griffins can take a swipe here. I would like to just deal with this stack of the toxic troglodytes as much as possible. I'm really worried about their toxic blood. Don't want any part of that. And then I'm going to step back with the griffins and attack in this direction. Want to keep the healthy stack of 25 swordsmen alive as long as possible. Rather than wait, doing much else, we're going to bring down whoever we can. 5 attack versus 2 attack. You definitely want to go for the toxic variety as much as possible. So we shall. I'm going to put, let's see, this group has already taken a swipe. These guys are all probably going to go around. This single stack's going to get step up though to here. Oops, I thought I was using this one. This will actually be okay. Not ideal. They step to here, toxic troglodyte. He's going to go down like immediately. Yeah, and so then they're all going to get through to me. Don't love that. That was actually completely not what I had in mind. Okay, the losses are not looking good, folks. The Valiant Cry is not too bad. We need to pull back, make sure the Astringers get their time off. I don't think that the Valiant Cry is going to be worthwhile at the moment. Step back, do the damage. Let's get a Heroic Strike on this closest stack. 90% damage onto this close stack here. And then, yeah, rather than lose and just get stats, I'm going to step back with everybody else. I don't want this big group of troglodytes to go. You gotta do damage. The Astringer stack is really your power stack, but yeah, they're gonna make this happen. 3 Griffins goes down. Horrible. Horrible. Phixfox is having a real bad time. And I didn't even really need this fight. I fought this fight because it seemed to me that an early spell scroll could be valuable. Because you just never know what's gonna be. I can already tell you that we've already had a lot of issues here. Unacceptable losses. Honestly, keeping the Astringer stack alive is good. Losing everybody else, though, bad juju, man. Real bad juju. Light Waffles is going to bed. Take good care. Have a good time, and we will catch you on the flippity flop. Alrighty. Secondary skills. I really like Fields of Serenity. Righteousness, not my favorite. Purging Touch, not so good. We're going to go for the Advanced Logistics. And we're going to take Leaps and Bounds because that typically goes pretty well for me. What did we end up picking? Rewind Life. Worth it. Worth it. Folks, Rewind Life is worth it. We got plenty of time on the clock here. Let's pick up Early Experience. And it looks like our Sawmill is up here. So we've already picked up the Ore Mine. That's controlled by Red. And we got to get our advantages because we are the speed hero. We've got to get our advantages everywhere else. Redwood Observatory, that means I'm not going to be picking up the Scouting Skyship. I'm just going to use the other opportunity there. Let's go Hippodrome here. And let's have one castle be all about Econ and one castle be all about everything else. It's the end of the day. I guess my opponent has already ended our turn. On to the new day. Once per week, per hero, fully restores the hero's movement points. Well, dang, bro. We should wait to use that. Let's go. Ore Mine. Extra resources. There's a Mercury Alchemist Lab there. Kind of interesting. Got to go through the skeletons as quickly as possible. But I am going to want to pick up everything along the way to this castle. First, we need the additional troops. I know we were talking about doing some economy there. I'm going to go for the faction law point for resource riches. Now, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pick up the elite crossbowman, so I'm not gonna spend on astrology points, even though I kind of want to. We're gonna go for the muse. Wait, yeah, we're gonna go for the muse. Any additional swordsmen because we just need forces to take some of these fights. But an early gold mine is never bad. And so there's another muse here. Do I worry about this battle? I don't think so. Gold, gems, so on and so forth. We'll pick that up next time. And then I don't think we have a lot of extra resources here. We really don't. Fortifications, that's going to be an investment for later. Yeah, because this is going to be the castle that does a lot of troop generation. On to a new day. Do we get enough for a new faction law point to make our crossbowmen elite? Perhaps. Perhaps. And I really do like ending my turn as quickly as possible because I don't feel as rushed. Like I can look at my faction law points, I can look at my astrology points, I can try and figure out what my strategy is going to be. It's not going to ruin me. It's not going to eat too much of my time. I have played a game where an opponent used up all their time. That feels pretty bad. That feels pretty bad when your opponent just runs out of time and their turn ends. So let's just not let that be us, if at all possible. We're getting 1250 a day. Yeah, so we're not going to get. Oh, we will get there. Wait, 3644. Yeah, so we should get there. Am I bad at math? No, we should get there. So we're gonna get elite crossbowmen. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna clear out here, Redwood Observatory, and then we'll see about this muse. We'll see about other muse. Crystal, not critical. 4 scholars is really useful. Abandoned mansions. Now that there's ghouls in the abandoned mansion instead of, I forget who got replaced. The ghoul is the new unit. Their new like neutral undead creature. Since they've been included in the mansions, they feel a little bit better to play. Because the ghoul is still a tough combatant, but it just doesn't feel like I'm just fighting necromancers all the time. Circle of Life, don't really need crystals. This template feels like it's got a significant amount of gold. Feels like it's got enough anyway. But right now we are getting just under 3k gold, 2 wood, 4 ore, no gems, no crystal, no mercury, so picking up at least one of each would be nice at some point. I typically like to invest in at least 1 mining gems for your primary resources. I prefer to pick up at least 1 whenever I get to tier 2, but this early crossbowman is just super good. Inquisition Crusade, not really priority. Yeah, I love Faith and Magic, but not at the expense of missing out on crossbowmen. Especially since this is going to be a tournament style, I don't think that movement points are going to be as important. I've got the logistics specialist. I'm going to have to just trust that that's going to carry me further. I guess I could go for the logistics sub-skill that lets you cast neutral or adventure map magic spells at a reduced cost. I guess I could. I don't know if it's gonna go that way. So Wayfair, 5% movement points every 8 hero levels, moves significantly more efficiently on roads. So really, we should be traveling on roads as much as possible, but unless we were going from here to there, it just didn't really come to fruition. We got to do a little bit of off-roading. A little bit of off-roading anyway. Okay, gold mine, free treasure, alchemical dust not critical. A few things along the road. I don't think I've ever played this template before, so I really don't know what to expect. I wish that there was a way in game that you could click and just see what the map settings were. Like, I know that my opponent is using Onkos for the necromancers. I wish I knew more, but I don't really know more. I need a page where I can click and I can just say, okay, what is this match? Like, what is this match even doing here? But unfortunately, I don't think that there's a page yet. Someday it'd be nice, because then you can get some more information about the specific template you're using, and so on and so forth. Our opponent, by the way, is doing a lot of fighting. So in case you haven't noticed, let's see. I guess I'm going to move chat real quick. Chat, I'm just going to move you a little bit. If I can click on you. So in case you haven't noticed, there is the color at the top, there's the avatar in the middle, and below that in the green is basically how far their hero has gone. And whenever you enter into a new battle, the timer is going to click down quite a bit. And so you're going to go into a battle, get an allotment of like, I think it's like 45 seconds extra. And if you need to fight more than 45 seconds to win a battle, then you can take that out of your normal chess clock time. Every time you hit end turn, your number goes up. So I think you can't have more. I don't think that you can bank more than 5 minutes total. So there is going to be a sweet spot in figuring out how much time can you afford to spend without it hurting you on a day-to-day basis. But in general, like this guy being under a minute this early, that would worry me if it was me. He just went from 50 seconds up to a minute 18, 15. Now he's moving. Yeah, okay. So he's still alive. He's doing good. You're doing good, bud. You're doing really good. The problem with PvP, if I can be 100% honest with you, is that I'm a little bit competitive, folks. I'm a little bit competitive. And I do not want to be so competitive that I turn people off. There's literally games in my life that I shouldn't play because if I play them, I'm gonna be worse as a person. I don't want Heroes of Might Magic Olden Era to be that game. Like, so whatever opponent we have, whoever we're playing against, we are still gonna be as respectful as possible. We're never gonna trash talk an opponent because we're all learning and there's always a bigger fish, right? There's always somebody better than you. I don't care what the situation is, there's always gonna be somebody better than you. So as much as possible, I do wanna make sure that I am being just so very respectful to my opponents. And if at some point I say something in a mean-spirited way, please know that I will look to improve and be better in the future. I'm gonna just take the loss here. That's gonna give me the Ascension bonus, or rather the Righteousness bonus. Go start working here. I don't think I need the Heroic Strike. I'm gonna wait and just let them get a little bit closer. That's gonna be a dead footman, and we're gonna collapse upon these enemy skeletons right now. Let's do the marksman stack, or the crossbowman stack will go here. We'll lose a second swordsman. So our stats improve every time we do that. We've now taken this retaliation, so we can attack here. I think the Astringers are probably going to attack the 31 stack. And I think the Griffins can finish off here. Yeah, so this should finish off the whole stack. 1 and 2, skip, and dead. Astringers are so powerful. Not even funny. That's going to be a level up as well. Now, interesting here. Do you want to go for the tactics, which will get you closer to Paragon? I think I'm actually okay with tactics. Tactics is not too bad. I don't hate tactics. I'm going to take tactics. There's better secondary skills out there for sure. Don't get me wrong. But I think I can use tactics fairly efficiently. Oh, I do want this. I'm moving a little bit inefficiently here. I'm noting. Redwood Observatory. There's another sawmill. There's a gold storage, and this is an easy battle. Let's go fight this fight. And then this is for troops, because we got fortifications going on the way. So Griffin Rookery. We already got the bank. Solar Temple's a little bit too far away. I am going to go... Do you really want to go for the marketplace? I don't think so. Really don't think you want to go for the marketplace. Just because the wood is so valuable. But if we need to trade, we'll be sad that we don't have it. I think that having one marketplace is just a good idea in general. Okay, our enemies have gone. I am going to pick up this wood because clearly we do need the wood. Now it's going to be 4 and 4. Let's go take out these enemies. Stop. Single stacks and go. And like I said before, I don't think there's going to be too many issues with time with these fights. Like, I got a minute on the timer now. I'll be over 5 minutes at this current juncture, so I think I'm okay to just wait, but I want to make sure I'm doing this as correctly as possible. Swordsmen do have the range defense, so they take negative 30% damage from my forces here. A little bit sad, but nothing I can do about that. And remember, we do have Rewind Life. Do we have enough spell points for it? We do not. We do need to get some additional spell points. You do regenerate 10% of your total spell points a day, so right now I'm only getting 2 extra per day. Not that many. It's part of the reason why I think that getting additional bits of knowledge is so very good in Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. Like, more valuable than maybe anything else. Knowledge is more valuable than spell power for sure, by a lot. Even if you're a spellcasting hero, I think that's just massively better. Don't worry about this guy. These guys are going to get into you. So we're going to attack here. I'm just going to reposition the Griffins so they can attack later. Group of 17 is going to get to go. Wait. I didn't even realize I opened myself up to that attack. I'm being silly. Phixfox, what are you doing? What are those? Okay, well at least the enemies have all gone, so we're gonna skip. We're gonna attack here. It's gonna be a heroic strike. And yeah, we're gonna lose the crossbowman damage, which feels horrible. There's already no retaliation here, so let's just do this. Yeah, I completely bungled this fight. At least I know I bungled it, but jeez. Can we please do just a tiny bit better? Okay. Thankfully, the stack of 2 is going to die on this retaliation, for sure. Unless they do that. Oh, no. I thought I was going to get a for sure shot off here. So this stack of 3 is going to step up. We got to wait. We're just going to have to crowd around. Stack of 17. Don't want to lose. Man, I really don't want to lose these crossbowmen. I'm going to lose these crossbowmen. Can't help it. Losing the griffins. Okay. Well, if I attack here, dead. If I attack here, dead. The stringers get a big shot off. That's going to kill half the stack. Not once, but twice. Okay. So again, we're taking tremendous losses, but for an early gold storage, I actually think that this is okay. Basic offense. Don't even think about it. If basic offense gets offered to me, I do take it. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. That just seems to be critically important. Because of the rewind life, I sort of want to go pick up this Four Scholars Observatory when I can. I'm amazed that we picked up that spell scroll. That's actually insane, though. My enemy is already taken their turn. Fortifications 2. That's going to be the 50% bonus. You should go for the Sundrop Chapel first. For Temple 3, and I'm still going to go for the gold. Any changes here? Let's go Elite Crossbowman 2. Crossbowmen were just my favorite. I think that the first fight starts at like day 10 or something like that. So we got a lot of stuff to do. A lot of stuff to do. Do I want to travel? Knowing that I'm going to come back, I will have time. I know there's stuff here that I want. There's stuff here, but there's probably stuff up here that I also want. And because I travel further on roads, I should just explore. There is another castle. This is going to be a necromancer town. Guillotine, not bad. I'll take that. 1,000 experience. I really want the experience. Experience is just valuable. I'm rewarded with some free crossbowmen. Okay, we're gonna pick that new town up very soon. Okay, Threshold Basilica, obvious choice. And then from here on out, day 6 tomorrow, we're gonna pick up the fortifications. Is that gonna be a problem? We're getting 5k gold a day. It's not gonna be a problem. We're gonna make it. I am gonna put the 1 point into gems. Heroes of Tales, I should have enough faction law points before the first fight to get the +1 on the morale. And then on to New Day. So as far as pacing goes, these single hero modes with the timer does feel nice. I think that anybody that knows Phixfox understands that I would actually vastly prefer to be able to wander around and have fun at my own leisure. You know, having a little bit of forward push is helpful. I love my brother. My brother is wonderful. I've played some Olden Era with my brother, and his turns take like 10 minutes each. And if mine take, 2 to 5, there's a lot of waiting around. I actually do really enjoy the clock for the multiplayer. So no disrespect to you, Sink Soul. Love you, bro. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Okay. There are some phantasms. No, these aren't phantasms. These are wraiths. But this should not be a problem. Let's just do full skips. They're going to be on us at the beginning of the next round. I probably should have split my forces a little bit better. But still. Mushankipe, shooting facts. Which facts are we shooting? Folks, there's a problem with Olden Era. I hit W for wait. And if I wait too much, it'll just skip my forces. And so I'll spam the wait button. And in this case, my crossbowman didn't shoot because I over skipped. W is not like there's a wait and then there's a skip. If I spam the wait button, it should not skip the unit. I don't know what that situation is. I don't know what keeps causing that, but I don't like it. I do not like it at all. What did that say? All players were automatically enrolled in the fight. What fight? I thought the fight was going to be like tomorrow or something. Okay. Shouldn't the fight be like very not much, like not right now? By the way, we've got skeletons and wraiths. In the event, hold on, in the event that we're actually going to be fighting here, like today or at the end of this turn, you see, I don't know because I've never played the template before. If we're actually going to be fighting, then I need to know that. Because that depends on whether or not I take these forces or not. Let me see what my second castle has, just in case. Is there a building I'd like to get? I'd like to get... No, this is pretty much fine. So I'm going to take the troops. I'm going to take these troops here. Just in case we end up fighting tomorrow. Some troops are better than no troops, and that's all there is to it. But now I'm scared, so we're going to head back. And maybe we can save ourselves some trouble later. Okay, back we go. If nothing else, at least we're going to be prepared for a new day later. Okay, Heroes Tales +1 on the morale, always good. That's the end of month 1, week 2, day 1. Does it tell me when the next battle is? Days until the next battle. That's 2 days. Okay. Okay, so 2 days until the next battle. Perfect. And so really, this is a fairly fast-paced game. Truly, all things considered, this is not slow. Which is, yeah, Phixfox, that's obviously what you mean when you say it's pretty fast. Yes, indeed. So let's pick up this Muse. Because the crossbowman is so good. We'll head back. We're going to get in here and get the full extra bit of troops. I don't think we're going to have enough gold, though. We're probably going to need to do... Well, we're probably going to have to figure this out in a little bit. But for now, I think we just hit end turn. Save the gold for later. If there was like a Myra's altar, I could probably fight this fight. It'd be a little more costly than I'd like, though. I don't know how much gold this will be. If I click Alt, it'll tell me like kind of how far I could go. I just need to make sure I can make it back here. I think because I'm traveling along the roads with Ister, I think I should be able to go here and then there. I do believe, especially if I got this Tier of Truth, once per week for each hero fully restores the movement points. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab this. I'm just gonna grab this. I'll hit this Myra's altar. I might not even fight the fight. I might not. But if I do fight the fight, then that'll be an extra bump in gold. That might equate to, you know, a couple of extra cavalries or whatnot. And honestly, I'd actually really like a level 1 mage guild. Really would like a level 1 mage guild. Because currently, as far as spells go... Oh. We have Town Portal now. We didn't have Town Portal originally, did we? That actually changes things massively. Is it actually 0 spell points? Is it just a free return to home so that way you can resupply? See, if your opponent doesn't know that, I'm guessing that that just sucks for you. So if that's the case, if we can return to Raise Edge, I kind of want to pick up this. Maybe I just explore, grab the 4 scholars. You know, go for the additional knowledge, because that actually might be a big difference with this Rewind Life and the Guillotine for that matter. Yeah, 130 HP of extra creatures. Crossbowmen are... Can I not click on this? Crossbowmen... 10 HP. I mean, that's 19 crossbowmen. You gotta wait a little bit of time, but all of a sudden, the Necromancer is gonna be very sad when he finds out, oh, wait a second. I've got Liches, but Phixfox can also do this. Okay, so we got full movement points up to 201. We maybe could have gone a little bit further south. I don't know if I can go here and here. That's the problem. As long as I can end up here at the end of this day, I'll be fine. I might not even fight this fight. I might not even fight the fight, so let's just head south. Take some free stuff. Let's go around. Gold. There's no easy way there. I'd have to go all the way around. That's actually a little bit frustrating. Gold. And then this will be the final amount of gold. I don't trust myself to move too much further, and I don't think there's anything else I can pick up. I definitely don't think that the Iridescent Abbey is a good choice. So just to play this safe, we're going to do Town Portal back to Raise Edge. Since we got a fight tomorrow, I'm immediately going to upgrade these crossbowmen into Stringers. I just think that that's too good of an upgrade. With 7,500 gold, let's go. I think that the Astringer stack is just your best group. I think that you're going to want, with 3,600 gold remaining, 2 cavalry. I don't think an Inquisitor is really going to matter, but they're tanky enough. They could save you some damage. That's 2,700. And then you're just going to want what? The rest in Swordsman? 1 Griffin. 1 Lightweaver. You're going to want at least one of everybody, basically. Let's purchase here. Jeez, it's so weird that it does that. It adjusts the bar afterwards. Yeah, let's get one of everybody, and then the rest, let's just do it in... Did I not click here? Did you see that? Did I click here or did I click here? I don't know why it just bugged me into 2 Inquisitors. Because I'd much rather have the Swordsman. Folks, I would much rather have the Swordsman. That is actually not good. Huh. Well, the only good thing I can say is that we have resources to potentially trade. I think this is a bad idea for long-term investment, but I think that winning this first fight, the person that wins the first fight is doing significantly better than anything else. So let's do this a little bit differently. Let's just say we're going to want 10 swordsmen here, and then I don't even care what else we get at this point. Did it spend all my gold again? No, it did not. Recruit all. I will keep the undead forces. Does that count? Whenever a friendly creature dies or kills an enemy. So I could keep these forces for now. Let's just do it like this. I think you want 30 skeletons over the whites. Final opportunity to make the most of this. Damage is not important. HP is okay. 2 defense is actually kind of good. Positive effects, don't think that matters too much for me. Do you want the morale? Do you want the elite swordsman? And then the summon, tell you what, or do you want +2 here and then here? Swordsman and Inquisition Crusades, or +1 morale to everybody? I'm gonna take the morale and Inquisition Crusade. At this point, folks, there's no gold, there's nothing else to do. If I hit in battle, we should be transported immediately into the fight. Here we go. A lot of preparation went into this. And I'm grateful for the spells I have. I'm grateful that we have basically full spell points, I think. Anyway. Let's do this. With our tactics, I'm going to put all these creatures up here. I'm going to keep the Lightweavers at the bottom. Cavalry's going to stay to here. Let's see what the enemy does. And they're all at the bottom and I'm at the top. Damn, dude. 2 stacks of 150 skeleton archers. Oh, I'm getting crushed. Well, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I do have, again, rewind life. That's going to be the thing. So 4 attack, 6 defense. I might be best off if I just put my cavalry over here where they are forced to attack me. That might be my best thing. The cavalry is not as important as just messing them up. With turn order, yeah, with turn order, I'm just going to go right down the way. Maybe my opponent's going to think that I'm an idiot. And maybe that'll be good for me. Ranged attack, but they don't have the AoE. I'm just going to skip on the griffins for now. 75 of the whites. Man, this guy pulled together a really good fighting force. I really focused on my Astringers. I actually wish I had 2 stacks of Astringers now. Like, looking at this composition, I wish I had 2 stacks of Astringers. I think you unfortunately have to kill the liches first, though. Was that only 3 Astringers that we just lost? So we take a lightning bolt, 35 damage. I've only got 27 spell points, by the way. So that's basically 1 rewind life and then 1 guillotine. I'm gonna wait on everybody else. The whites do take out the cavalry though, so we get the stat bonus. So 3 attack, 5 defense. Like, I'm okay with that. I wish I didn't have 5 spell power though. That's really what the problem is. Okay, and I feel so obligated. If you kill the liches, then they can't rewind life on their other opponents. Let's just kill the full freaking stack. Please, good luck. No good luck. Okay. There's only 3 liches left, so they went from 10 down 3. 40 freaking 5. Did he just get good luck on that? I think he got good luck. Yeah. Skeleton archers with a lucky strike killed 45 Astringers. Dang, bro. I really needed the... Yeah, I really needed my swordsman to be Sun Aegis so I can have reduced damage elsewise. Yeah, these skeletons are absolutely destroying me. Onkos is the skeleton hero specialist. I think that we're cooked. I think that we're going to lose this fight. I think we're going to lose the next fight. The good thing about this is this, though. You have all these forces, and they will survive, or rather, after you win the fight or lose the fight, then you do get the opportunity to go on to the next thing. Like, these forces are going to return. I didn't just lose 80 skeletons or 80 archers, if that makes any sense. Light Weavers are going to get a little bit extra opportunity off. We kill the single stack, so our stats actually do go up here. The Light Weaver is actually more valuable than I think that he recognizes because he's going here. Okay, 4 more Astringers goes down. And I think I got to get down the battlefield. I don't want to mess with these enemies, but I'm going to. Yeah, 3 Inquisitors. I guess I have to hope that these 3 Inquisitors are just the biggest, baddest, meanest sons of guns you ever saw. And I don't know if they are. That's the problem, is I just don't know if they are. Okay, the Astringers are going to get to go in a second. Let's head down the battlefield with the Griffins. Whites, I kind of hope the Whites fight here. They're probably going to fight here. I didn't even realize that they were going to be that fast. They're going to take a big chunk out of my swordsman. Yeah, so that's a clear misposition. If they attack here, I'm very happy, but I'm sure that they're going to attack here. Not good. And I'm going to save the rewind life. Oh, did you skip? He just skipped on the Whites, which is very interesting. I guess he wants these other creatures. And I'm going to save that. It's only going to be 13 Astringers, but it's going to be worthwhile anyway. I want no part of these grave robbers. Single skeleton. I hope that the skeleton like sits right here. One way or the other, this Light Weaver is actually really good to just kill a single skeleton here and there. Again, for the stat bonus from my righteousness. Okay, he does nothing. Okay, we're gonna do the rewind live. This is just, it's gonna be a loss. I can't do much more. You gotta kill witches. But yeah, 2 stacks of 150 is insane. Yeah, no shot. No shot. Alrighty. Well, in that case, this fight's already a loss. How we fight this fight doesn't really matter. Yeah, this guy's crushing me. Jeez. 26 of the swordsmen goes down, so Sun's Aegis. That's going to be a non-negotiable as quickly as possible. Hopefully, I focused on economy a lot, and that ended up putting me behind for this fight. Hopefully, that's what's going on here. And hopefully, my economy is going to be enough to catch up by the second fight. I don't know when the second fight is. I don't know if it's week 2 or what, but we already are focusing too much on economy. We don't have a combat stat-based hero. So like really, we are not doing ourselves a lot of good here. Like, we've put ourselves in a really poor position. Is what I'm trying to say. Okay, and the Whites are gonna just jump right here, maybe kill 1 or 2. Oh, the Griffins? Okay. I'm okay with that. I guess they're gonna go for the Astringers. That's not my power stack at this point. Again, it doesn't matter. Heroic Strike, just take out the Liches for funsies. We're inching closer. Maybe if we get good morale, maybe we could actually do something fun. We can't. Maybe paying for like Blink would be interesting. Maybe looking at Haste would be interesting. Yeah, there's a Heroic Strike. So that's defeat, but that's only defeat number 1. So current score is 0-1. You need 2 points for victory. Now we're back. We get all these forces still. Now we just have to hope that we're the biggest, baddest person. So points needed for victory 2. Opponent has 1. I don't know how much time we're gonna have before we. I don't know how much time we're gonna have before we find out when the next fight is. Okay, what to do? Well, number 1, we don't panic. That's not gonna help you. Panicking doesn't help anybody. We already got Town Portal. Shadow Flight's interesting. We're gonna unlock Shadow Flight. Yeah, do I even have a Mage Guild here though? I think I probably need the Mage Guild just so that way I can, yeah, actually pick that up. Let's get the Mage Guild now. I don't think I want to recruit much of anybody. No, you want to get cavalries. And let's just start cleaning out whatever we can. All this stuff should be pretty easy now. There's a vampire here. Okay. Let's do it. Okay. Stringers in the center. At some point I might want to split up the Stringer stack. Vampire jumps onto the Lightweaver. That's a little bit surprising. Didn't expect that. The Stringers are going to get to go next, basically. You got Skeleton Archers at the bottom and at the top. Nobody else but the Vampire could have reached the Stringer stack, which is good for me. Okay. Very good. Inquisitors stay alive, so the Skeleton Archers are covered up. Who's their biggest, baddest stack? I mean, the Vampire's a problem. Like, I have to deal with the Vampire. It just feels bad because I'd also like to kill 75 skeletons if possible. I think you gotta deal with the Vampire Lord right now, just because he's so fast. Yeah, kind of wished I gotten good morale there, but you know, whatever. We're gonna do Heroic Strike. On the Ghoul stack, sure, why not? It's gonna save a little bit of value on the Swordsman. 45. Kill the stack mostly. We're gonna lose 5 footmen in return, so 40 footmen left. My stack of skeletons is gonna go down, which is actually great. I'm okay with the stat increase. We're at 5, 6, and 8 now. Skeleton Archers step up. Okay, and we all get to go before the enemies go. So Stringers are gonna deal with these 74 skeleton warriors, like no problem. Heroic Strike, that's gonna be 10 of the archers there. I'm just gonna leave them until other things happen. Griffin stack, I'm just gonna leave them. No, I'm gonna sit right here. And that actually prevents the skeleton archers from going around into the Stringers next time. Wizards are just helping out to the top. Super dead. Yeah, I should start splitting up my Stringer stacks. Did I just lose 10 Stringers from like 4 ghouls? That doesn't seem right. Eh, what do I know? Wait, and dead. Okay. Let's see. I think I'm okay with these losses. That hurts. That really hurts. You can't lose any of the Stringers. I guess against the one Vampire that feels okay, but for 5k gold and the Borloth's Tail, I don't think that that's worth it. So let's do some splits here, and let's go 2 Stringers and attacking here. Purfine says GG. Game's already over. or GG, like, hey, we got through the fight. Getting through the fight actually does feel pretty okay. That is importante. It es très importante. We do have Rewind Life. I forgot to use that in the previous fight. Next time our Stringers take any amount of damage, we're gonna have to keep an eye out on that. All of these phantasms and ghosts can reach the center. And they're gonna reach before the Stringers even get the damage off. That feels so bad. Okay. If I attack, I'll lose the Griffin, and then I get the stat bonus for 1 turn. Okay, so right now, that's 4 Stringers lost in the center. I guess these 18 Phantasms are going to step up here. Probably going to Rewind Life in center stack when I get the chance. And the problem now is I can't quite reach this Phantasm here. I guess I'm going to have to just Heroic Strike. Don't have the Flail. Do a bit of damage here. 45 Stringers. I feel like I gotta kill the Hell Puppies. So we shall. Oh, good morale is lovely. Rewind Life. We get 8 of the Stringers back. Yes, I would prefer not to lose any Swordsmen if possible, so let's work over here. We'll attack. We'll pull back here. Undead pets are going to get a shot off the Inquisitors if they want to. At this point, I can just hit Q to end the battle. I shouldn't lose an Inquisitor. If I just fight here, that should be the end of it. Okay. Alrighty, losses look okay. 8 Stringers again, 10 Stringers. Basic diplomacy, not going to do it for me. Because of the nature of the fighting here, I don't think I have time for diplomacy to really work so well. Fields of Serenity is not going to help me in this arena. I think you got to go Righteous Sacrifice. Lance and Wooden Ring. I think I'm okay with that. +1 morale and 3 attack. That's actually really good stats. I'm good for that. I just don't think I'm in the right position at the moment. Healing Water Scroll, we'll take it. Okay, gold. These should be free troglodytes. These should be the freest troglodytes ever. In fact, here's how confident I am. I'm just gonna wait on everybody, let the troglodytes do what they want to do. We're gonna hit Q to end the battle. I really thought that was a little bit more free than that. Jeez, losing 2 cavalry. Horrible. Horrible Phixfox. Mushanki Pay is going to sleep. Have fun for the rest of your game. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I am looking forward to catching you in the flip next time. Whenever next time is, I'm looking so very, very forward to it. So take good care of yourself, Mushanki Pay. Thanks for the raid. And yeah, I'll look forward to hopefully seeing you play some Olden Era in the future. Bye. Okay, Griffin Rookery. Yeah, I think I just need all the forces I can get. Maybe that means that this other castle... Yeah, maybe we upgrade to try to get gold that way. Okay, faction law points. Swordsmen are still doing okay for you. Yeah, I don't think tax collectors is going to be it. You just got to get your troops as good as possible. We're now into the tier 3. I'm going to let them run only because I messed up and I needed to put my forces a little bit differently. Okay. 12 of these light weavers. Due to the tactics, we can get down the battlefield a little bit better. You know, if the enemy is going to have like hundreds and hundreds of skeletons, I might be best off with the tactics. Tactics might have been a better decision than I even realized at the time. Might be better than I've seen at the time. Because then, if I can get quality troops down the battlefield in these tournament style matches, maybe we can surprise them. Maybe we can survive in a better way than otherwise we would have anticipated. Okay, losses here are not going to look exceptional. That's going to be 5 stringers down. I think at this point the fight's pretty much decided, but still. Yeah, fight's decided. Light weavers aren't going to kill cavalry. Mushanki Pei says, I've seen and heard good things about the Olden Era since the demo, so yeah, I'll get into it eventually. See ya. Perfect. Sounds good. Hey, Phixfox Wife is here. What's up, Phixfox Wife? Lovely to see you, my dear. Hope you're doing very well. We're playing some Olden Era. We are down 1-0 at the moment. Ooh, Pandora's box. I feel like I gotta go pick up that. So far, not so bad. The problem is that I haven't had a single close game in Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. I haven't had a single Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era game yet that was actually close. And so then the problem there is for the community in general. How do you get better, right? Like if you're not already good, then how do you get better? Tough question. Go for the Mage Guild. We do have 4 points. Coinage Reform, extra 10%. Like that. I don't know if that's my best choice though. I think Training Range, deal and take 5% long range damage. I think that this has got to be it. We got a couple of days though. So if we do Coinage Reform now, then we'll get a little bit of benefit from it, and then we should get Training Range Combat later. That might end up proving to be a mistake. I don't know. But anytime we can get any amount of extra gold, that should be useful. Should be useful. All right. Yeah, this guy's still going. I've only got 1:30 on my timer. He's got 3 minutes because, you know, he's fighting so many more battles. Ugh. I'm just doing better. Gotta get the experience, gotta fight these fights. Tundar's in the chat. What's up, Tundar? Hope you're doing so well. This is my first gaming convention and streamed most of it to Twitch today. We did very well. I managed to squeeze an insane amount of stock in much too small of a table, booking LOL. Hi everyone. Dude, that is awesome. I love to hear that. So what I'm hearing is that it was a success and you're pleased with the way it went. Am I correct in that? Yeah, my hope is that you're doing super well. ETA is probably 6 p.m. dear. Like, we're probably gonna go, well, you know what? We're probably just gonna do this one playthrough. And then we're gonna skip out and be done. And this playthrough is actually gonna be fairly quick, so we're probably not gonna go all the way to 6. But I reserve the right to go till 6 p.m., which is in about an hour and 20 minutes. So yeah, we wouldn't really have enough time to play another game after this anyway. Okay, there's the advanced tactics. We do want that. One for all. Easy prey or energize. So additional focus points. Easy prey once per round. When the enemy waits, friendly creatures gain additional initiative. I'm going to take this easy prey. I think that's going to play into my strategy. There's 5k extra gold. There's an extra 1 knowledge from the knowledge garden. And then abnormal structure gives valuable artifacts upon defeating the guard. I gotta see what this is. Oh geez. No. 2 stacks of the mantis shelf. I can defeat everything else, but 2 stacks of the mantis shelf. That's 50 HP on both stacks times 12. That's way too much HP. I can't deal with that. And even if I win, the losses are not going to be enough. Night Order, I'm going to fight that fight. I'm going to have to forego, I think, against the Scorpions. The Scorpions are just a little bit too tough for me to deal with. I wish it wasn't so, but I think that they're just a little bit too tough for me to deal with. Up. We've pretty much taken care of the Votary Binders, excuse me. The upgraded cultists from the Tier 2 Schism unit. We're getting there. We're getting to the point where I'm actually recognizing what things are when I recognize them. So, Andar says I bought 30k in stock and got 10% sold. Very successful. I won a van. Hey, you're hustling. You're hustling. You're getting that paper. Good stuff, man. Yeah, hopefully you're just happy and just doing well with like all your pursuits. I've never known you to do things halfway. In fact, I seem to recall that you gave me an idea. You said, hey, you should do this business venture. And I never did follow through with that. I don't even know if you know what I'm talking about. Pins, right? But I don't have a mind for business. I'm very, very appreciative of the people that do. Very appreciative. Okay, we got a Mage Guild. I would like to get that. Resource Depot. Folks, I don't think I'm going to get to the Radiant Forge. I think I'm just too broke. I'll take the 2k gold, I guess. But yeah, I don't think we've done this correctly at all. We are getting wood and ore, but we're not getting any precious resources per se. Got a couple of problems. Yeah, the pins. Love you, dude. Yeah, there you go. Appreciate that. Hey, it's late where you're at. It's gotta be like 1 a.m., isn't it? So hopefully you're doing okay, man. Hopefully you're doing okay. Because I want your Sunday tomorrow to be nice. Almost midnight? Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yeah, there's a part of me that wants to make sure that I'm streaming at a time that works best for everybody. And today it just wasn't gonna happen. That's okay. Folks, I don't know. I think that on this tournament mode, Ister's a bad choice. And so here's a fundamental problem with the way that this game goes. If my choice for template had worked out, then Ister is a great choice. Because it didn't work out, then I should have picked, oh, what's her name? The crossbow specialist lady, right? So, like, I'm not sad, but it's like, you know what? There was a missed opportunity there. And I wish things had gone just like a little bit different. Maybe logistics specialty is not going to be nearly as good as I thought it was, is kind of what I'm saying. Let's go here. Cavalry's just going to step on top here. Hopefully just survive. Just stay alive until my power stack can actually do the damage. There goes my single stack there. Hierophant should go first. Let's attack here. That'll work. Ooh, and the good morale. Well, that makes my choices actually quite a bit easier. 80% damage, 70% damage. This will kill the full stack. Swordsmen are gonna wait. Might do the heroic strike. I think it's still my best bet. Okay. Yeah, and then these light weavers, I'm just not worried about them. We can end the battle. One swordsman goes down, that's fine. Been a long day, check my Twitch. I will go check your Twitch. I'm excited for it, sir. Okay, take good care. Let's see, I don't need to be up there. Yeah, I think in the future, I don't know, I would have banned somebody different if I'd known it was going to be this tournament style, but I don't know. I don't know. That's part of the style. That's part of the way that you play the game, I guess. Let's do elite cavalry first. Well, I don't know. When's the next fight going to be? Not knowing when the next fight's going to be is actually a problem for me, because I don't know if I'm going to have enough faction law points to make good things happen. Okay. Let's get up the road as far as we can. I think that if you pick the logistics specialist, you got to go up the road as far as you can. That's just your prerogative. That's just what you got to do. Players were automatically enrolled in the fight. So it's in 2 days? When is it? You see, that's my thing. I just picked the cavalry upgrade and... Oh, jeez. What I really need is I need the ranged faction law that prevents damage and helps me take damage better. Because if not, if I don't have it, then I'm just really having a hard time. Okay. Big stack here. I should have attacked the bottom stack. My bad. Armored Hounds, for sure you gotta deal with them. Don't have the web spell. Blessing's not too bad. We do have a rewind life in case there's a problem. Let's just do closest Armored Hound stack. They're not going to be on us for another turn. These guys are really going to be the ones on us. So I think I just want to defend here. Just take out this full stack in the back row. But I don't want to take the damage onto these 40. In fact, the cavalry might just move forward and move back. We got enough initiative. We can attack and then run. Once and twice. Okay, heroic strike. Kill another 9. Back off. Okay, they get into the phantasms, but we get the extra temporary mana. Skip. And I think I just wait until the enemies get right on top of us, because these armored hands are going to take a bite out of this one single stack here. Yeah. And then I'm going to wait to rewind life until we get a little bit closer. Okay, cavalry, we're going to keep them alive. Everybody else is going to focus on down here. So stack of 24, once and twice. Swordsman. Take some retaliation there. Okay. Then we shall wait for the rest of this. Yeah, the grave robbers are not going to be able to get on top of us just yet. I think it's now time to do that rewind life. That should bring most of the stack back. Hold on. Rewind life. Is there a reason why I can't rewind life? Curse takes pure damage. Yeah, but why can't I rewind life? The question is not how much can I do. The question is why are you not letting me do rewind life? What am I missing? Maybe the question. Yeah, I don't know why it's not letting me do rewind life. Interesting. Huh. And if that's a bug, then that's a really bad bug. That actually like fundamentally changes a lot of stuff. Like that saves me the astringers. And there's been a few times where I've seen bugs. I don't know if that's a bug though. That's the problem. With early access, I have to assume that everything is working as intended. But I have demonstrated and seen some bugs already. So, you know, 15k experience is actually critically important. I will take the expert tactics. All for one, riposte mastery, and then spellcaster tactics, gaining temporary mana. I'm gonna do the all for one, and then we're gonna take the expert daylight magic. I think that logistics has kind of run its course here. +1 levels to daylight spells. Let's do that. And then I don't dare go up the road much further because I'm worried about problems. So let's do this. Dark Hatchet is interesting. I'm just not gonna have enough forces. Let's go to here. We're going to go back to Griffin Rock, and then I think I'll be able to go here, 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 and then everything else will be adjusted. I think that I'm going to be able to barely make everything work out the way I'm hoping for. I think I can get back to here before the end of the week. 23,000 gold. It seems like a lot. It seems like a lot. Do I spend on the Basilica? I don't know if I'm gonna have enough gold to make that worthwhile anyway. I'm gonna ignore that for now. Just go on to the new day. So days until the battle. Oh, you see, it's 4 full days. That absolutely changes the way that this works for me. I think I'm still gonna go back to Griffin Rock though. We'll go to Griffin Rock. And let's just purchase everybody because everybody's gonna be useful at some point. Big stack of Astringers and Griffins, okay. And then let's go up this road as far as we possibly can to get whatever we can, including gold, learning stones, Infernal Circ. I think that just gives you a big bonus. Yeah, just one skill just goes to expert. That's actually pretty good. It says it's a normal battle. I guess I'm inclined to agree. If it says it's a normal battle, that doesn't always mean that's the case. I'm killing most of the stack though, it looks like. And these aren't the chanters that go the entire length of the battlefield in one turn. So it should be fine. 110 of the Locust though. Never did pick up the web spell. I should probably get up to level 3 Mage Guild and then get Twilight, so that way I can eliminate one of the stacks of Skeleton Archers. That would actually be pretty useful. Go here. And the 66 crossbowmen. We're gonna start working on these Locusts. They're not actually gonna get down the battlefield in time, but okay, don't go there. Griffins are just staying put. Okay, multiple stacks. Multiple stacks is multiple problems. Let's kill 9 to 12. Oh my gosh, wait. Dude, turn order completely got adjusted there. Thankfully, they were just attacking the Inquisitors instead of somebody that I actually really needed to survive. But that was not what I had in mind. Okay, let's wait and let the Astringers and such do the damage. We can kill the full stack there. I still got to deal with these guys, so I kind of want to wait and let Swordsmen and stuff handle these guys, because the Murder Hornets are really fast, but they're not exceptionally powerful. Like, they're not like tanky. If that makes any sense. Okay, so Stringers should be able to handle these Locust. I'm gonna defend here, and Griffins will finish off the fight off screen. So yeah, losing 3 and 2 is really bad. I should have checked to see about the rewind life. It wasn't in my mind because it just didn't work just a second ago, but I actually should have double checked, see if that would work. Basic summon Avatar is kind of interesting, because if I can actually summon the Avatar, I might be a little bit better off. Am I full? Oh no. Okay, basic offense is up to expert. Basic resistance, I don't have the gold for it, but I really do want to pick that up. Okay. In fact, I think offense was only a no, it was only a basic, so I actually want that to be expert. So friendly creatures do additional damage. March. I'm gonna take archery. Friendly creatures deal +1 damage. I'm gonna take Shadow Blades as well. Can I trade? Should I trade? Can I trade? Yes. Should I trade? Probably not. But buy another marketplace though. I'll come back. That's what we'll do. At some point we're gonna come back. Let's have Ister continue on up the road. We gotta find advantages. We are woefully far behind. I don't think that matters. I don't think the gems matter, because we're not going to get into angels in this fight. I don't think. He's going to have vampire lords, like, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay. And then I'm just going to be operating off of crossbow, man. Ugh, feels so bad. Okay, couple more resources here. Expert. There is a magic well. I think I'm gonna have full spell points one way or the other. Legion's Memorial, not really gonna be useful. Maybe the +1 spell power. Okay, first bit of range combat. That, again, we already talked about how that's gonna be important. 2 more days. No, 3 more days. all of these little fights for a necromancer give you tons of advantage. For me, they give me a little bit of experience. If I could redo this whole thing, I would just not take Ister. On this template, he's just not very good. But if it was the template I wanted, he'd be great. Do you really have to just gamble and just hope you get the right template? How often do people lose simply because they think they're going to get the right template and then they don't? How much of this is just me complaining because I'm bad at the game? You see, that's actually a really important question. That's maybe the most important question, because if you're bad, you can't get better unless you say, dude, I'm just bad at the game, right? And so what I need to get better by taking my losses and then learning from them. So already we're learning a lot about drafting and how important that could be. I think at this point, it's pretty obvious to me that it is an important situation, and I think that it's clear to me that we could have drafted better. Yeah, okay. I don't think these fights are going to be a problem. The problem with these armored guys is that, yeah, they're slow, but they take so much reduced damage. Like, is it 60% or 30%? 60% reduced damage from basically all types, except for Heroic Strike. Aha! Yeah, but I just have enough forces. I should be able to wind through these guys. I'll defend on all this. I'm gonna let them get closer because they're just so slow. Tundar says, as much as I love watching, I really am in need of sleep. Good night, buddy. No, dude, go. You should go. Get some sleep. Take very, very good care of yourself. As we've said many a time before, because if you don't, who will? Right? So, nope. Go, and I'm looking very, very forward to catching you later. But I will check out your Twitch. So, folks, if you don't know, Tundar is number one. I've known him as on a personal level, just a really, really great dude. Number two, I've known him as a map maker. And number three, he's a gamer, right? And so he does have Twitch, and you can find him here on Twitch under his name here, Tundar123. And yeah, go check out what he's got going on. I know I'm going to check that out at some point fairly soon. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope everybody else is looking forward to it too. I don't know. You know, last time I don't know if I had full spell points or not. I'm just going to fight this fight for the experience, and then I'm going to make sure I have full spell points for the Magic Well. I don't think it's going to matter. If it does, I'll feel much better having done things correctly. I should probably start... Let me think. I should probably start trying to get my son's Aegis, because I do think that they're going to be just very, very important. Basic defense. Thank you for that. Now, I could go Strong Faith, where whenever Righteousness is triggered, we get +2 attributes till the end of the round. I think I'm going to do Expert Righteousness over Basic Defense. Basic Defense is so good. I just don't think I have the time. And if I go for Expert Righteousness, I go for Strong Faith, then if I go for... No. Execute Excellence, all positive effects on friendly creatures last one additional rounds. If I can get this before the fight, then all of a sudden we are just doing much better, because then we can do that Execute Excellence for longer. The 15% is good. I think that we can do just a tiny bit better. So I think we hit end turn here. This is the last turn before the new fight, so we recruit all... Oh wait, we already did. It's fine. And at the next place, you gotta have the level 3 Mage Guild. And I hope that I get Twilight. Great, I picked up Twilight. Perfect. Twilight is such a good spell. Wait, did I actually learn it though? I don't think I have the corresponding School of Magic. Yeah, I don't have the corresponding School of Magic though. Ah, that's a problem. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I don't have a good way of dealing with those issues like I hoped I would then. I've got 2 faction law points. I'm actually pretty close. If I can fight a few fights, just a few fights, then I'm going to be able to get that ability that's going to let my righteousness stack. And at this current juncture, that seems like the most valuable thing I can do. Okay. And this fight is free anyway, so like you might as well. No chance he gets good morale. How close are we? Okay, we just picked that up. So we want execute excellence. That goes really, really well there. So we got the 5%, 5%, execute excellence. Actually, execute excellence might be even better than I'm giving it credit for, just because of how well it synergizes with everything else we got going on. So Tear of Truth, back to full. Does that mean I fight these fights? I'm just not being very dynamic. I think if I was more dynamic, I would have fought here and then I would have picked that up. Because full is full, regardless of how things shake out, regardless of where you're at. And I might have just barely been able to reach. Okay, we do pick up the gems, which, you know, angels, I'm just gonna head back. I don't think, as strong as he was, he's gonna be so much stronger. Like, it's not even gonna be funny how much stronger he is than me. Let's do this. Let's recruit everybody we can. We're already out of gold. We're already out of gold. Oh, disgusting. Do we have 2 marketplaces or 1? We got 1. I guess I might as well just drain my bank account. Honest to goodness, you might as well. You might as well. Because if you don't win right here, the fight's over. That's a huge advantage if you're able to win some of these first fights. Upgrade Shadow Flight, sure, why not? Oh, but that was in the wrong one. That's actually gonna be okay because I think what I really need to do is Garrison 2. I just traded all the ore. Damn. I talked about the Sun's Aegis with their like live cover ability. It would be way too expensive to trade for the ore now. So it's so silly of me. Oh, I'm so sad. At this point, you just want the forces. Okay. Alrighty, folks, mistakes were made. Aren't they always? Take all of these. And you know, the Inquisitors might be fairly useful. We do have haste and we do have the expert tactics, so we should be able to run down the battlefield a lot quicker. Do you want swordsmen or do you want these Inquisitors? I might just want a big Inquisitor stack. Have 7 of them so they can just walk right into some people. All right, I am prepared to die. I'm prepared for the worst. Once this gentleman finishes their turn, then we're gonna move on to the next thing. I don't think there's any changes I should have made. We already have haste in the Mage Guild. Reality Distortion, when did we get that? Well, it's too late now, I should have checked. Yeah, I don't even know when we got Reality Distortion. It's a Primal Magic 5th level spell. It's not bad. Would it have won us this fight? Probably not. Clear Fog is interesting. I don't know when we picked up these magic rolls. Yeah, I just don't even know. Okay, but in the meantime though, logistics turned out to be kind of a meh for me. We'd have Expert Daylight Magic. Probably want to cast Bless round 1. That should impact everybody. Oh no, it's only level 3. It will still affect all creatures though. So we're probably going to do Bless round 1. Arena's Touch is also going to be really useful. So we should go for both of those. We never upgraded the Crossbowmen. Oh my goodness, we never upgraded the Crossbowmen. I am a silly banana. With all of you as my witness, I am a silly banana. Your Honor, he's not a bad person, but he's definitely a silly banana. Jeez. Okay, 4 speed, 5 speed. I think you actually want to have faster Griffins at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do this. Yep. 2 stacks of 200 plus 1 stack of 30 liches. Yeah, this guy's crushing us. With the tactics, we're in a better position than we would have been, but the fact that we don't even have angels, oh, so bad. Our stats are good. 5 attack, 8 defense, 4 spell power is what he has versus my 10 attack, 8 defense, and 5 spell power. Like, I haven't been doing nothing. He's just been harvesting the entire planet. And just putting it all into skeletons. If I was him, I'd be very proud of myself. Okay, so my cavalry are going to be able to reach one of the big stacks of the skeletons. Unless he does like a, I don't want to say a slow, unless he does a web. 30 liches though with rewind life, that's 700 extra HP. So like you have to focus, like you simply must focus on the liches. So my first bit of range damage actually has to go onto them. The Astringers are going to get to go before liches and archers, skeleton archers. If I had enough focus charges, I would do infuse armor for the additional speed. What'd you just do? It's going to be cursed, 60 pure damage. He's not much of a spellcaster. I think he had much better choices. Yeah, guaranteed he had much better choices. Yeah, 400 skeletons is just an insane amount to try to overcome though. Okay, so you have a choice though. +1 initiative and 20% max HP. I might want the HP over the blessing. Do you want to, can I do enough damage on this first round is kind of the question. I don't think I can. I don't think I can do enough damage on this first round, so I think the blessing is good, but not great. I think the Arian's Touch is going to be the play. So everybody's a little bit tankier. 20% is actually a healthy amount. Rather than attack here, I'm just going to attack here. I'm guessing that he's going to fear me off. Nightmares? No. Memory Devour? Oh, maybe that's the other one that does that. Okay. We're a little bit faster, not fast enough. I can hope that good morale triggers though. Because if it does, I'm much better off. I'm just gonna hope and pray. Hope and pray, everybody. Hope and pray. My hopes and prayers did not work. I really just want to hope for good morale. It's such a bad play, but I think I need a puncher's chance. I didn't get it. And so really, you just put yourself in the very worst position by doing this. But if you get good morale, then you look like a genius, or you feel like a genius anyway. For better or for worse. Now, I said it before, I'll say it again. I think I've got to go defeat these guys. Now, the vampires are going to be right on top of you. If you, no, yeah, if you deal with the vampires now, then they don't jump onto your Stranger stacks. Problem is that if you kill them, they're just going to rewind life immediately. So you got to kill liches first. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You just simply must. Swordsmen are going to step up. Crossbowmen are going to do minimal damage. It's so sad. We can kill a bunch of the phantasms though, for what's worth. I think the Lightweaver damage at the moment is better than anything else. Keep focusing on the liches. They're only undead pets. They're not the upgraded version, which I'm so happy for. These are Merchants of Death, though. So 120 skeletons. They're going to summon 120 skeletons. And so the Skeleton Lord is going to have an additional 120 skeletons to play around with. That's not good. There's Lucky Strike. Yeah, so he does have good luck as well. I'm guessing he's going to kill the 200 skeleton archers. I'm guessing he's going to kill 50 Astringers right here. Yeah, defense and offense being what it is. 14 attack, 14 defense against my 15 defense. So he's going to do reduced damage, but I mean, last time he got a Lucky Strike and he just walloped me. Oh, he went for the marksman or the crossbowman. That's interesting. He must have a plan for the Astringers. He must just say to himself, oh, the vampire lords are going to take out the Astringers next turn. That's what I would do if I was in his position, I guess. Lucky strikes. Yeah. Good thing we have the extra 20% HP. Ooh. Okay. Alrighty. And so he... Let's see. Yeah, the vampires are going to jump right on me. Now I have a way to stop it. So that's why he went for the crossbowman. He just kind of told me where he was going to go in a second. We do have the additional stats because they did just kill here. So we're up to 13 and 11. It's all temporary, but everything is temporary. Enlarged Shadow, attack and defense. Yeah. Goodbye to the Astringers. Yeah, he only killed 14. I just don't have a good way of circling back and dealing additional damage. Yeah, I just don't have a good way of circling back. Kind of it. Is there a better spell? I don't think I have a better spell at the moment. I don't have a good way of doing this. What I'm probably gonna do is I'm gonna blink the stringers away and then just pump these guys full of lead. So in the meantime, let's have the griffins attack here. Something good to do. Phantasms are gonna be big and scary. Who do you kill? Probably not the griffins. They're probably just gonna focus on the swordsman if I was them. 122 phantasms, yeah. Ooh, man, the good luck. The good luck is so working out for him. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, at least we're gonna get to surprise him a little bit. I know we have full focus points at the moment, but I gotta do this. I'm not gonna do like infused armor or something because I want to do the fine bolt attack. We're down to only 80. Oh geez, that was the wrong spell. We only have 87 of the marksmen. We're gonna blink, fine bolts, and we can literally kill the full stack. I think I need to just focus way down here though. Like, this is a problem that won't go away. But now he's only down to 35 of these skeleton archers. And if I step right here, it forces the undead pets to attack him and kill him, which is kind of interesting. Go to here. Go to here. Phantasms are very much not yet in range, but they're getting so close. I'm so scared. You're covered up. The undead pets have to free one of you, so undead pets will probably attack this Inquisitor stack. Yeah, so 189 skeleton archers gets their turn. Again, though, folks, there's going to be 120 skeletons that shows up in a second, and now we're down to only 40 of the stringers. Again, we do have rewind life, but it's just not going to do it for you. There you go, 120 skeletons. And vampires are going to get to go first next, unless 46 Lightweavers kills 3, but I highly doubt that. Oh, you do kill 3. Yeah, until you rewind life. It's only 160 HP, but at this point you just want the creature that's got the high initiative, so that way they get to go first. No way, no shot. Were you out of... Oh, because you did dig up bones, and that costs 2 focus points. So I can't really keep track of what his focus points are very effectively, but it tells me just about everything I need to know. Griffins are just gonna step to here rather than do anything else. Phantasms, unless you haste, are gonna kill here. Yeah, this is not enough. At this point, believe it or not, my Lightweavers are my best stack. Is that fatal decay? Yeah, so negative 20% max HP. Yep. Yeah, 150 HP on the rewind life is not enough. It's not enough. Although it might be my best play just to kill the close units. We're just gonna lose. That's kind of all there is to it. I could do the crystal, what do you call it? Crystal crown. Set two blocks there and keep the Lightweavers alive for another turn. No, because then the liches will go last. Skeletons would probably kill him though. We can do a bunch of damage. It's just we just don't have enough going on for ourselves. So I'm gonna pretend like this isn't a problem. Shooting down phantasms, 189 skeletons. I would just focus on the Lightweavers if I was you. I'm not you though. Hey, this guy's beating me, so it's not like I can tell him what to do. Oh, I just realized though, Merchants of Death have the long reach, so the Lightweavers are going down anyway. That was just complete and total miscalculation. The idea of switching from a Stringers into Lightweavers as your better stack is about right. But yeah, we just got walloped, folks. When you lose, you just gotta lose. Should I flee? I kind of want to give him the satisfaction. In chess, when you know you've lost, you should always resign. It's just like the right thing to do. At this point, though, I'm gonna give him the satisfaction of letting him kill me because he deserves it. He deserves it. Well, you didn't need to do that, though. It's like shooting a layup at the end of a basketball game. Like, you're already up by 10. You don't need the extra stats. Okay, but folks, that was it. And that was the end of the playthrough. That is defeat because we lost 2 out of our tournament rounds. Instantly, I can tell you, yeah. So Necropolis on tournament mode is really, really good. That guy did a really nice job. Having 400 skeletons was really, really nice. What I'm going to do is this. I'm going to hit explore the map. One sec. And get the F out of here. Okay. At the end of these fights, you can always hit explore map. And so it'll show you your side, right? And you just like kind of hit end turn and you can see what the enemy has done. So the enemy, we now get a look at what he's done. And one of the things I'm interested in is his faction law points. So he went for elite skeletons. Clearly, like that's the thing to do, right? Because Onkos, skeleton growth is up. Skeletons gain speed, initiative, and HP. So the 20% HP, clearly in a tournament mode, this is like the best guy to have, like no doubt about it. So good choices there all around. As far as secondary skills, expert offense, yeah, and you took ranged, yep. So he was always building around skeleton archers. Beastly confidence, yeah, so he got the luck. Oh, geez, he got the luck. I don't know why he took lightning strikes twice. That lets your spells also crit, but yeah, just lucky shots did great for him. And I like the choice with the Nightshade magic. I don't think that Nightshade magic is fine for a Death Knight. I don't know why you go expert primal magic. That just doesn't make sense to me. Crescent Dagger, yeah, the game wasn't lasting long enough. Swamp Boots, not really useful. Truthmaker, negative 10 attack to enemy creatures. I didn't even notice that was an effect. Okay. But he was doing a good job. As far as heroes go, he was level 11. Okay. Anyway, back to faction law points. So he did take tax collectors. He took resource riches twice. Nightshade for Moon's Grace. Okay, again, I just don't think that's the best choice. I think there had to be something else there. I feel like there had to be something else there, though. By the way, he had 29 faction law points. 2 castles. Yeah, skip Death Knights. Do you have anything else extra? So he really only upgraded 1 castle. He didn't go for Eternal Visage 3. He went to bank, not treasury. So 1 castle up to the bank. Didn't even go for fortresses. Look at that. He didn't even go for fortifications. So I think that this guy's played this template quite a bit more than me because he knows, okay, fortifications sounds good, doesn't work. Number one, you're not going to use them for defense. And so using them for the creature growth doesn't really amount much for you. Now, I'm a little bit surprised that he didn't make more upgrades to his forces because he ended up upgrading skeletons, like clearly, because that's like pretty much free and cheap. And he upgraded the Bones Exchange for the Kennel Masters, which, I mean, clearly 120 extra skeletons. Good choice. So good strategy there. Yeah, good stuff there. And then, I don't know. I mean, was there any opportunities that I feel like he just missed? Holy Sigil of Eredor? No, he didn't need that. It lets you learn unlearn sub-skills for logistics, battle magic, and wisdom. Not intelligence. They changed intelligence to wisdom. Yeah, and he just cleared the map pretty effectively, huh? Maybe Pandora's Box as an opportunity. But he started off here. Yeah, he cleared pretty effectively, I guess. Huh. Okay. Okay, but again, level 11. Level 11, 5, 8, 4, and 2. Yeah, level 11, 5, 8, 4, and 2. Level 13, 10, 8, 5, and 5. I didn't end up using basic summon avatar. There was a plan where you can summon the avatar on top of an enemy creature stack, like ranged creatures, and they have to deal with them. This didn't really come to fruition here. This reality disruption spell, again, I don't think it actually would have mattered. Selected target takes no damage from any source, but you save it, and then it's dealt as pure damage. So like, you will die, but it will save you for a little bit of time anyway. Would have been worth the spell points, I think. Never did use Rewind Life. I think that Arena's Touch and Blessing were really the 2 best spells. We had to use the Blink at one point just to get the Astringers out of trouble. Having an extra 66 Stringers. If we had gone crossbowmen up, would have been valuable. We completely fumbled our turn when it came down to Sun's Aegis. What I really wish I had was I wish I had Garrison 2. And with just 5 more ore, we could have done that. Reason being is that if your swordsmen are Sun's Aegis, then you've got the ability to go into the creature, and adjacent friendly creatures take negative 30% range damage. That would have actually changed a lot. And in other adjustments, so I wish, let's see. I think that 1 point into Execute Excellence is nice. I think that Crossbowman's quality. Inquisition Crusade, so the skeletons that he summoned, that's where that comes into play, the 25% there. So I was kind of thinking about that anyway. Hero's Tail, I guess, yeah, clearly we didn't need the gems at all, so this was a complete mistake. I don't think that was a good choice. I don't think I wish that I'd invested in Griffins or Lightweavers. The Elite Cavalry, I think, was a mistake. 3 there. I much would have preferred to have the range combat training. Would have way preferred that. Swift reflexes for the initiative wouldn't have mattered. I think that coinage reform was a mistake because it only netted me like, for 4 faction law points, it only netted me like 3,000 gold, I think. If I was getting, what, 5,000 gold a day? Yeah, it was 5,500 gold a day. You get an extra 500 gold a day for as many turns as you have that active. I think you'd much rather prefer to have Sun's Grace. Or, heck, even Resource Riches too. That would have even been better. So folks, what's happening now is not that we are perfect, but we're able, thankfully, to explore and figure out what the enemy did that was so successful, and then we're able to take the time to game plan and figure it out for ourselves. If we just end game and go on to the next game, don't do that. We need to be able to do the 1,000-foot view above and look down on the battlefield and try and figure out what makes the most sense. And I feel much more edified. Ister, again, good on the right template, good on certain templates. Definitely bad on this template though, for sure. Choices here. Summon Avatar bad. You know, we're trying to figure out what could have been better. As far as my movement on the map, yeah, I need to really refine my objective seeking. Going to the Hippodromes, like Hippodrome would have been much better of a choice. Maybe the Infernal Cirque would have been better if I'd gotten another 5,000 gold spent on that. I don't think that I have the troops to take Black Towers and stuff. Like with Astringers as your big power stack, there's only so many fights you can take. We got the stats from like the Pauper Knight Order. Was there a Chimerologist lab? I don't see like a Chimerologist lab or something. Maybe I could have gotten out into this area a bit more. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna explore up just to see what opportunities I missed out on. So I'm gonna skip his turn because he did a great job, but I don't really care what he could have done better at this point. Everything I just said is me caring about what he could have done better, but what I'm doing is I'm exploring to see what else was out there. What else would have been good for me to do? Because I think that I know on Jeebus Cross templates that I don't break out of the map in a good time. Jeebus Cross simply, I'm just simply too slow. Top tier players can get into the middle of the map in like, yeah, like a week. Late. It's late if you're a full weekend. Me, I just don't get as far as I'd like to. So yeah, +3 defense, that would have been a good pickup. Protective belt wouldn't have helped. There's another castle, you know, and I don't know, maybe the castle, maybe on this template, maybe the castles have a little bit extra for you. Maybe it does. Maybe there's something to it. Rein's Touch. I think I'm just gonna, I don't really actually care about the fights. I care about everything else. Yeah, you know. If you're gonna be gifted in this template, the Town Portal, which we were, it might be interesting to take as many far away castles as you can to then spread your influence. But at this point, I mean, Pit of Glory is interesting. That would have been worth it. Just the Pit of Glory alone to upgrade all my forces, going in this direction, would have been great. But you don't know what you don't know. Let me do this real quick. Scouting skyship. I didn't do the scouting skyships. I think on single hero mode, I think if you're not using the scouting skyships, that you're actually really hurting yourselves. Because for 2,500 gold on single hero template, it tells you where you need to go, like this. Armor of Wonder for +2 to all stats. I mean, that would have been great. Oh, cool, toads. Traveling Circus may be interesting. Endless Scroll of Platinum. Increases level of all arcane spells, you know. Skull of Milios for 1,000 extra gold a day. Yeah. So in the future, if you're playing Temple and you're doing single hero, the 2,500 gold might feel like it's way too much, but it feels like that would actually be like one of the best things you can do. Either that or get a better feel for the template so you know where you should and shouldn't go. Scouting, I think on single hero mode, scouting is actually not too bad because there's a lot of opportunities that we could have taken if we'd been a little bit smarter about it, or if we'd been able to just know where to go. Yeah, this Pandora's box. Yeah. See, 5,000 gold, going out of your way for 5,000 gold, not worth it, but with something better. Whole star, global map, global spells cost 0 spell points. Yeah, so breaking out of your initial containment is always going to benefit you. It's just always going to benefit you. And that's just true for every template, and that's just something I'm not very good at. So, folks, we have a list of things to improve on, and that makes me happy. I'm actually happy that we have a list of things to improve on because I think I like the idea of investing in Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era. I enjoy it. I'm having a fun time. I really am. So that brings us to, just for the Phixfox folks that are interested, 1 game of Arena, 1 loss. No classic games, and then we've got, this should update pretty soon, but let's see. Oops, I don't think I actually want to show you that game history. I don't want anybody to have to be put on blast or anything like that. But this will update to 6 games, 5 victories and 1 loss in a little bit. And when it does, that'll be great. In the meantime, congratulations to Renhor and Pinocchio for being in the top 1 and 2. Good for you. Good stuff. And then until I see you again next, folks, I'm going to post this one over to YouTube. And then also, we currently have out the video, which is going over the different, not secondary skills, going over the different faction laws for the Grove faction. I do wish we played Grove, but a Temple game is never a bad time. Folks, do me a huge favor. Until I see you again, look after you, look after your friends, look after your family, take very good care of yourself, because if you don't, who will? My name is Phixfox. I'm loving Heroes of Might and Magic Olden Era, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Till that time, take very good care. Bye, everybody.